What and over your time with the Institute, you spent time in India. Where else did you spend major time?
Go ahead.
2 years in London, England, and that was the Isle of Dogs. That was right after India, so it was it was quite a shock going from India, which had the vestiges of British colonialism, to England, where it had originated, and to find ourselves with these rather, I don't know the phrase to describe the British, but a little bit standoffish and conservative and difficult to get to know. We were the Canadian cousins, which was, I think, a little closer than the Americans, but not much.
Yeah.
And the Isle of Dogs was a section of the Thames where the Thames made a loop, and it had been the dockyards for a long time, and real kind of messy working class area. And right there, they had built a harbor house. What was it called?
For the harbor master.
For the harbor master, which had gone into disarray. And the Institute at that time was wanting to do an urban demonstration, community demonstration in London, and chose this area as needing that. And they found accommodation, got permission for the Institute to take over this house where the harbor master had lived. But it was in such a poor condition that I think there was a whole year's work of putting up beams and putting up walls before we could move in. But when we arrived, that work had been done, and we got to live in this house for a year. And then the second year, we were asked to move out.
Yes, the Port of London Authority owned the house, and we were asked to come by for a conversation about our occupancy of the bridge house.
That's what it was
And
called.
so we went by for a conversation, a couple of us, and unbeknownst to us, I mean, we had no information about this whatsoever. Apparently, the deal with the Institute was, you may use this house, this building, for community program as long as you do not have any people resident in it. And so as we went in and shared our gratitude with them of how great a place it is to live, it was an immediate negation. And they had a lawyer sitting there with them. And the lawyer said, you do understand that the agreement was no people living in the house. We had no clue. So talk about feeling naked. So we were given a few weeks, I think a month maybe, to make our exit from Bridge House. So then we went to work to find another place, and in fact found another house which was also derelict, but we restored it enough to live in it, out in Stratford, which is not the Stratford-on-Avon, but just Stratford in East London, and lived there with the Gilberts, Ken and Ruth Gilbert, and Liza Todd for a period of time, and Mary Murphy and her 3 kids. Amazing experience. So those were 2 years in London.